children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed lesson 6, sorry, unit 6, reading a Rip Van Winkle lesson. Okay, and a story about a person, a very lazy person but a kind neighbor. And children loved very much in his village. Okay, and in the end, we came to know that he was daydreaming and he met very strange people and he came back to his village after 20 years and village people were unable to identify him. Okay, and later our old man identified him, Rip Van Winkle. Okay, that was the story of a very interesting story of Rip Van Winkle. Okay, now let's go with textbook exercises, page number 81. It starts with vocabulary. Okay, circle the correct meaning of the words as used in the story shown in bold print. These words you have already come across in this lesson, Rip Van Winkle, and while discussing this lesson and while comprehending, while understanding, I said already all these meanings. I hope you are ready to identify the meanings. You are ready to answer the meanings for these words. Now, ideal domain, the options are wasted, rested, admired. I said already, he idled himself, means he wasted time without doing work in the field. So, the answer is first one, ideal domain, you have to circle. First one, wasted. Okay, wasted. Have you circled it? Yeah, now second one. Let's go with the second one. Constant. Constant companion. His only constant companion was Wolf, a dog called Wolf. Okay, then constant means options continuous, constant, steady. Continuous. Okay, thus constant means continuous companion. Means wherever he went, it followed him. Continuous is the answer. The second one, continuous. Okay, now let's go with the third one. Companion. Companion meaning you have to give. Dog option. Dog was its companion, constant companion. Dog is not the meaning for companion. Now what's the meaning? Stranger? Partner. Partner is the answer. Okay. Yeah. Partner. Companion means partner. One who follows you, one who stays with you all the time. Okay? One who accompanies you wherever you go. It's called companion, partner, you could say. Okay, fine then. The fourth one, realize. He realized that he slept for 20 years. When the old man says, where have you been all these 20 years? Then he realized that he slept or he was there. He slept for 20 years. Okay? Okay, now let's see that words are understand to set free, real. So he understood then, he realized, means understood. So realize means understand here because it's V1. Let us give V1 answer. Understand. Fourth one, understand. Fifth one. Fifth one. Okay, descent. When he woke up, he understood that all overnight he did not sleep. And he searched for his companion called Wolf, a dog called Wolf. And then he started descend the mountain. Move down, to move down the mountain. Do we have that meaning? Let us see. That is my meaning. Let us see here. Okay, descend, not to send. Be descend, to move down. Okay, to move down is the answer. Okay, fine. They have given to move down. Fifth one. Now let's go with the sixth one. Barrel, barrel. I have shown you that wooden barrel in that picture in the Rip Van Winkle. The old man was carrying with the grizzled beard. Grizzled means grey, white color. Okay, barrel means a wooden container. The first answer. Let us see the option 2, a musical instrument. Option 3, a bag. But the answer is a wooden container. A wooden container. Yeah, 6. Now let's go with the 7th one. That's the last one. Contents. Content. To be happy, the ingredients, the index of a book. Actually, contents, you can say that here you see the index of the book, but here the contents where we have, the contents means here you see, Rip was really frightened. His companion emptied the contents of the barrel. Means the ingredients, the index of a book is not. How can he empty here? Now actually contents index of the books here. I show you contents. Yeah, here. Could you see? Could you see contents? That means that you have contents here. Contents. Contents. This is the contents of your textbook. Okay, index of the book. But here we don't have any book, so let's write the ingredients. Means actually the things we keep inside that one. The companion emptied the contents of the barrel into the glasses. Means the ingredient of that that he found in the barrel into the glasses and made Rip drink it. So let's go with ingredients. Okay, ingredients. Let's go with the ingredients. I hope once let's check in the dictionary. Let's check. I'm checking the dictionary. One second. I have the dictionary here, so that we should not go with the wrong answer. First lesson, I'm checking here. Yeah, the ingredients. Because he emptied something, all he kept in that barrel. I got the ingredients also, and the two meanings you get. But according to the context, here nothing like textbook. Okay, he empty means he would take out. He took out something more from that in barrel and added in the glasses and gave to Rip Van Winkle to drink it. The ingredients is the correct answer. Seventh one, the ingredients. Yeah. If you go through your dictionary, you get it, the meaning. Okay, the ingredients. INGREDIENTS. Yeah, I'm correct. Then let's go with the Roman number 2. Now, before I erase this one, let's check your answers. 1 wasted, 2 continuous, 3rd partner, companion meaning, then realize, understand, descent, to move down, barrel, a wooden container, contents, the ingredients, I will do it, wasted, constant, continuous. Okay then, I hope you have learned all these meanings. You should be able to say now, if I erase now, I'm erasing. Don't look at the book, then check. What's the meaning of realize? Check yourself. What's the meaning of realize? Got it? Understand? This is the meaning. Barrel, meaning a wooden container. Descent, to move down, descent, to move down. And then contents, you get actually 2 meanings, but according to the context, the ingredients. Okay, now I hope you are following me. I will me wasted time. Okay, fine. Let's go with the Roman number 2, page number same, 81. What you have to do is match the words in the box with their meanings. Write the words in the blanks and you may take the help of a dictionary. Okay, if you are ready with your dictionary, then start. Now, no need I think, because you have come across all these words, and while discussing this part, I said all the meanings to you. I wrote almost all the words meanings on the board while explaining. Okay, now let's see first one, grizzled. Grizzled in the box, I'm ready. Second one, astonished. Third one, foothills. Fourth one, straw. The straw. Fifth one, familiar. Familiar. Okay, now let's go with one. Near the lower part of a mountain. Pick the meaning. Near the lower part of a mountain. One, grizzled. No. Astonished. No. Foothills. Yes. Okay, the first one is foothills. Foothills. Yeah. I'm taking too much time because by that time you should get answer in your mind at least. You should be ready with your answer by reading. That's why I'm taking slowly, like grizzled. By that time you would have checked the answers and you should get ready in your mind the answer. Okay, second one, with grey hair. The first one, grizzled. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. Okay, now grizzled is answered. Now take grizzled. Grizzled means grey hair, grey hair. Next, to rub gently, to rub gently. He did like this. When the old woman, people started talking. When he entered the village, people look at his grey hair, so long. Then he touched, oh my God. Then he realized, oh my God, I got grey, white, long beard, 1 foot beard up to here, up to here. Okay, to rub gently means grizzled, astonished, foothills, stopped, stopped. Okay, stopped is the answer. S-T-R-O-K-T. Yeah, then fourth one. Let's go with the fourth one. To be very surprised. To be very surprised. Astonished. Astonished. Astonished means to be very surprised. Okay, fifth one, the only one left known to you means familiar. 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 Okay, now let's go with the next exercise, that is third one. Roman number 3, before we start Roman number 3, let's revise once again. Foothills at the bottom of the mountains, grizzled, white grey hair, stroked, to touch, to give, to rub gently, to be surprised, astonished, familiar, to know, well known. Okay, now let's go with the this Roman number 3, some blanks they are asking. This is all connected with the vocabulary meanings. Okay, we are going to improve our vocabulary by these. Okay, now let's go with the sometimes we join two words to make a describing word. For example, Rip was a good-natured man. Here are some more describing words. Use them to complete the given paragraph. Now they are telling two words. Two words make like one word meaning. Okay, praise, like praise. Okay, now let's see. First one, long sleeved, high heeled, open mouthed, sweet looking, well dressed, odd looking, part-time job, like that. Now what you have to do is you should see, take the exact word and fill the blanks. When you do this, you understand how to use them while speaking in the sentences, and when you start speaking, you understand them and you start using also. Don't use every day the simple words that you have been using right from the second standard. You should start using the new words because you are now you are moving to higher standards like 6th standard. According to your level, you should improve your English vocabulary. Okay, children, now let's go with this one. Mrs. Das has a dash job. I said already. Dash. What is that? Part-time job. Okay, the first blank is part-time. Part-time. They have kept on slash. Let's use them. Hyphen. These are hyphen compound words. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Yesterday and dash woman walked into the shop. What do you want to fill? You want to fill long sleeved, high heeled woman? You can't. High heeled slippers you can say, but to a woman you could use either sweet looking or well dressed, because we have to see next some other points. Okay, then odd looking. Which one you want to use? Odd looking or sweet? Sweet looking. Which one? Woman. Woman odd looking or sweet looking? Which one you want to take? Because see, they are describing next a dog. A dash dog was with that woman. See, second line, a dash dog. If you fill now first blank, a sweet looking woman, then you should fill odd looking dog. You want to be dog odd looking or that woman odd looking? Your wish. That depends on our thoughts. Now let's go with I love dogs. I love very much. So I go with the odd looking woman, sweet looking dog. Okay? Yeah. Then second one, odd looking. I'm going to odd looking. That's left to you. You could write your answer. Okay? Now I'm filling odd looking. Fine. Then the third one, odd looking woman walked into the shop. She was wearing dash shoes. What shoes? High heel. High heel. High heel shoes. She was wearing a high heel shoes. Okay. A dash dog was with her. I said already, odd looking, I don't want to use odd looking dog. A sweet looking dog I want to use. So I'm using sweet looking. Okay, you could change, you want, you could change if you hate dogs and some, your opinion. You could change sweet looking woman, odd looking dog. That's left to you. Or if dog's always sweet, right? You can say that odd looking dog. Okay, even for me, the street dogs are very sweet and cute. Okay, so I'm using sweet looking dogs. Okay, fine then. Then let's go with the next one. A sweet looking dog was with her. I want a dash shirt for my dog. Shirt means long sleeve. For dog she wants a long sleeve shirt. I wonder, this is really surprise. Okay, yeah, then you should write here long sleeve shirt. Long sleeve, SLEEVE, long sleeve shirt. She wants for her dog a long sleeve shirt. Okay, then shirt for my dog, please. She said, okay, for your dog. For your dog, you want a long sleeve shirt. For your dog, you ask Mrs. Das dashing surprise. What you are going to fill? Which one? We used already long sleeved, high heeled, sweet looking woman. Then you should use open mouth, because in surprise you cannot use well dressed in surprise. Open mouth in surprise. Open mouth you can use open mouth. Open mouth. For your dog. Okay, in that way, open mouth. Okay, then yes, reply to yes. Yes, I want a long sleeve shirt. Okay, for my dog, I want him to be dashed for my next party. I want him to be well dressed. Who? Him means dog. Okay, that sweet looking dog. So well dressed is the answer. Well dressed. Okay, fine. Now we have finished this vocabulary part, Roman number 3, 2 combined words. Okay. Now let's go with the answers. First one, part-time job, odd-looking woman, high heel shoes. These are all like we are describing them. Okay. High-heeled. What do you say? High-heel shoes, sweet-looking dog, a long-sleeved shirt, open-mouthed person. Mrs. Dawes, a well-dressed dog. Okay, then now let's go with the this grammar part in my grammar video I'm going to upload. Okay, this part you leave it and let's go with page number 83. Page number 83, all of you get ready? Page number 83. Because the grammar separate video I'm going to upload. Separate video all the time that you know. Fine. Yeah. Yes, now adverbs of frequency, you know adverbs of frequency, adverbs describes the verbs, adjectives and another adverbs. If you want to know, if you want to remember or recollect, please watch my first lesson grammar video. In my first unit 1 peace and harmony, peace and harmony unit 1 reading a grammar part, grammar video. I did it with the big 3 kinds of adverbs. Then in that you are going to understand. If you play that and watch it, again you understand what are adverbs. Adverbs describes, modifies or tells something more about verbs, adjectives and another adverb. There are 5 kinds I described to you. Adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency and adverb of what is that? I described you all. Adverb of time. Here it is there. I think the five kinds I have described. Kinds of adverbs. Okay. Adverb of degree. Adverb. Sorry, I got it now. Adverb of degree. Like very. How well it is. She's very beautiful. Adverb extent. It tells about extent. Very too. Adverb of degree. Too. T-O-O. She's too tall. How much tall? Too tall. This tells the extent of that something you are describing. Okay. Adverb of place. Adverb of time. Then adverb of frequency, adverb of degree, okay, adverb of manner. Don't forget, adverb of manner is very, very important. These 5 kinds of adverbs I described. I discussed with you in my first unit. Okay, grammar topic video. You could see again. Again, they are. That's why they have mentioned here adverbs of frequency. Revision in the bracket. Already we did it. Once again revision. Given below are the students' responses to the question. How often do you walk to school? Read them. Sorry. Read them carefully and write the names of the students in order. Starting with the student who walks to school most often. Okay, fine then Narasimhamurthy. I don't usually walk to school. I often go on a cycle. The next one, Apparam, student. I never walk to school. I live very far away. I never. Okay. First person said, I often go to school on a cycle. I usually walk to school. First person usually walk to school. Who is that? Narasimhamurthy. Apparam said, I never walk to school. Third one, Satyanarayana said, I always walk to school. I walk to school. Okay. Then Krishnamurthy, fourth person, sometimes. I sometimes walk to school. Venkatrao said, I usually walk to school. He too said usually. Narasimhamurthy and Venkatrao usually. Apparam never walks to school. Satyanarayana always walks to school. Krishnamurthy sometimes he walks to school. That's it. Now let's go with the questions now. You should say, what should you do? How often do you walk to school? Okay, first one, read them carefully and write the names of the students in order. Starting with the students who walks to school most often. Who walks to school most often? Usually. Who are they? First one, Satyanarayana, first one, he always walks to school. Okay, Satyanarayana is the first one. In the first blank, you write Satyanarayana. Okay, because he always walks to school. He is the most person who always walks to school. First person. Second, Apparao. See, Apparao. No. Who walks to school? Students, starting with the students who walks to school most often. Apparao you don't write. Okay. Next, Venkatrao. Always walks to school. Venkatrao. Okay. I don't usually walk to school. He doesn't walk. So Venkatrao is the second. Venkatrao. So, I read Narasimhamurthy usually walks to school. No, I don't usually say. Don't is there. I forgot to say. Only Venkatrao usually walks to school. Usually. So Venkatrao. Second one, first one, always Satyanarayana. Venkatrao. Usually he walks to school. That means sometimes again he goes. Third person Krishnamurthy. Sometimes. Third one you write here. I don't have space. Here I am writing third one. This is first one. Second one. How is that? Krishnamurthy. Krishnamurthy sometimes. See here, Satyanarayana always walks to school. Venkatrao usually walks to school. Krishnamurthy sometimes. Okay. Then Narasimhamurthy, he don't usually walks to school. Rarest rare case, very rare. Seldom like that we say. That's why we should write whose name is Narasimhamurthy. What is his name? Yeah, Narasimhamurthy. Yeah. Never walks to school or Taha? Who never walks to school. Last category is never. Okay. Who walks, what is the question is? From high order to low order, you should write who walks to school many times. This person always writes, so first. This okay. Usually means 75-80%. This person sometimes 45, 30 to 40 like that. This don't usually. This is like 10%. And this Apparao 0. Never 0%. So you should write his name in the end. I hope you have understood how to use adverbs of frequency, and now it's time to say bye bye now, because it's already time is up today's class, and in our next class we are going to discuss the remaining part of the exercises from the textbook. Have a nice time.